guess maybe one of the most significant times was about 36 years ago or so. I was a new Christian, and for some reason, I'm not sure how I got to go to a Catholic charismatic prayer group on Thursday nights, and I went, and there was a Catholic priest actually that came, and we had a service. I guess we were doing the I'm not, maybe if you're familiar with a Life in the Spirit seminar. Were you familiar with that years ago? Well, I did that, and then the very last week they had the priest come, and I actually got communion in the Catholic Church, and he came over to me and prayed over me. And the poor priest, poor man, he came over 3 times before anything happened. But the 3rd time he came and laid hands on me, I felt the presence of the Lord. I have never felt it that strongly again. And I felt it for hours afterwards. And so that was sort of the beginning of my hunger for his presence.
Did you receive the gift of tongues or anything like that?
No, that took years. That took years. As a matter of fact, we brought that series, the Life in the Spirit, we brought to Trinity, and we did the same thing. We had talks, and I did one of the talks. And I remember our priest saying, Walter Barnes, I'm not sure whether you would have ever known him. He said to me, well, Diane, sometimes we get the gift of tongues when we're praying for someone else to receive. And that's exactly how I received it. I mean, this was a few years that I kept asking the Lord, and people would pray over me and they'd lay hands on me, and nothing happened. And then it just happened.
How did it feel?
Was good. I can't say there was any, I don't remember any like powerful presence or anything. I don't remember that, except that first time years before, right? So I was slain in the Spirit for the first time years ago now. And the person that prayed over me was actually the person that, maybe you're familiar with him, Colin Earhart.
Okay, yes.
Do you remember that when the Spirit comes? And we were at my sister's church, which was not an Anglican church. And he was there, and but let me go back to the first time that I heard Colin Earhart was at an Anglican church in Sarnia, and that would have been 1982 was when I first made my commitment to the Lord. And he spoke, and Scott and I saw literally the Holy Spirit hovering. Never saw it again, only ever saw it once, but we both saw it. And he had made a commitment to the Lord at not Alpha, but Cursillo, probably 6, 8, 10 months before. And I was a little slower. And I heard the call, I answered the call, I made that commitment to the Lord. I had dramatic was a soap opera box. What do you call those things? Soap operas. I was delivered of watching them. I had a small baby, I'd watch the stupid things every day and so on. So that was sort of the beginning. And then, but it was years later that I was at my sister's church, and they left the Anglican church years before that. And he came, and he prayed over me. I was slain in the spirit, and I don't remember anything. He just said to me, "You're forgiven." That's what I remember, was that you're forgiven.
And you hit the floor.
And I hit the floor.
If somebody was saying to you, why do I need the Holy Spirit? Why,
Oh, what do
why
I?
would I want somebody to pray for me to receive the gifts of the Holy Spirit, to be
Yeah,
filled with the Holy Spirit? What would you say to them?
I'd say you'd be missing out. That's the bottom line. I feel that if I hadn't had all those things happen to me over the years, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Definitely. That's part of everyone's journey, and that's been part of my journey. Yeah. So it's and so I would pray that they would not be threatened by it, because the Holy Spirit is very gentle. He dealt with me very gently. In fact, today, now, after so many years, I wish he would be more, I wish he would be more forceful. Sometimes I need to be hit over the head. Does that answer your question?
It does. That's perfect.